Hello everyone, boy do I have a rabbit hole for you to go down with me today. I did not expect to be making this video, but one of the things I love about my job as a journalist over the past 26, 27 years now is occasionally I'll get somebody that sends me information or a tip that they can't verify themselves that winds up being really, really interesting stuff. Sometimes people identify who they are, sometimes they don't. This was sent to me in an email stating this was a picture taken allegedly, and again, I can't verify this, allegedly from the Freedom Bridge that goes over Highway 25, a picture of the old CPS building, the water tower you see in the background, and a dark colored vehicle that appears to be kind of backed into the side of the building. My assumption is this person who sent me this photograph is alleging that this was either Richard Allen's car or Bridge Guy's car or somebody's car that was parked there that day. I do not know if this has been sent to investigators yet. Again, it was just sent to me asking me what I thought about this. And at first, I've spent the last 3 hours trying to debunk and dismiss this photograph, because that's what good journalists do, is they try to debunk these things. Now, what are my conclusions after going down this path for the past 3 hours? Well, take a journey with me here real quick. And this is very, very visual, okay? First, we know that in the affidavit for Richard Allen's arrest, it says investigators discovered Richard Allen owned 2 vehicles in 2017. A 2016 black Ford Focus and a 2006 gray Ford F500. We also know, if we go further down, that one of the juvenile females, or one of the females I believe it was, spotted a vehicle at the old CPS building that they described as very similar to like a darker colored smart car or a PT Cruiser, okay? And I've looked at this photograph repeatedly, and I've looked at the affidavit, and it says a vehicle matching the description of his 2016 Ford Focus is seen at or around 2:10, 2:14 p.m. and 2:28 p.m. at the former CPS building. So, again, we take a look at what the 2016 black Ford Focus looks like, and you can see right here, again, this is a Ford Focus SE. I don't know exactly what model he had. We can look at a couple of different Ford Focus models that are 2016, obviously. Here's another one. But we also know, and again, Reddit is a really, really good archive for people discussing information, sharing information, that we have allegations that these vehicles, 2008 Chrysler PT Cruiser, 2006 Dodge Ram 1500, 2012 Chrysler 200, and a 1994 Chrysler LeBaron, are allegedly vehicles that were registered to Keegan Kline and Tony Kline, I believe's address in the past. And the more I look at this photograph, if I'm being honest with you, I don't know, this almost looks like the back of it here. If you look, it looks like it's more PT Cruiser-like to me than it is Ford Focus-like. Again, we don't even know if this is a real photograph from that day. It was just sent to me. It's something that somebody claims to have come across. And at first, I'm like, okay, well, when I look at the photographs of the area from back at the time, and I go on Google Maps, I tell myself, well, this water tower looks way too close to this CPS building, because there was an actual roadway and a bunch of space between this water tower and the old CPS building in reality, if you look at old photographs of it. So I went to Google Maps and I did a couple of things. And the first thing I did is I wanted to see, okay, are there in fact similar looking grate marks to what you would see on that photograph? And the answer is yes, there are. They're rectangular. It's like a black rectangular pattern, which we definitely see in here. But then I told myself, okay, this is extremely zoomed in, okay? So it kind of distorts what the actual distance is. So one of the things I did, again, if I go back on Google Maps here, and you can do this yourself, unfortunately, Google Maps has photos from after the Harvest store was, or I'm not sorry, the CPS building was torn down. These are from 2022. And you go further down the highway here. And at first it's like, okay, that can't be that because, you know, you look at how far back the bridge is here in this photo. And then, you know, you have the old CPS building that would have been actually over here in front, somewhere in this area right around here. But then, if you actually zoom in, it gives it a completely different perspective. Like it's actually possible that this could be a real photograph. As you see here, all of a sudden I zoom in, the bridge looks incredibly closer. You go back this way, and then you see the water tower, and all of a sudden, this photograph becomes more believable. That would also mean that if this photograph is from the bridge and this is accurate, that this person parked on like the east or southeast side of the building here, which I don't even think there was gravel over here, but it does appear to be backed in. So again, I don't know if this is a real photograph. You know, I even started looking at some of the cars that were allegedly registered to the Kleins. You see a PT Cruiser right here. Granted, that's not purple, but there's maroon. I mean, you can look all this up yourselves online. I really want people to try and either give legitimacy to or debunk this photo. Again, the more I try to debunk this, the more it seems like it could be a very real photo, maybe even one that the police let leak out, that somebody gave, that they took that day to police. I'm not alleging that this is real or is not. Again, here's another photograph from 300 North. And if you look from this angle here, you see you'd have the bridge over here that crosses Highway 25. And then it actually makes it look like the water tower is way closer from this angle. So again, I think this is entirely possible that this is a real photograph. I mean, are we looking at a photograph that was leaked out of either Richard Allen or Bridge Guy's car, or maybe even an accomplice? Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, this was just anonymously sent to me, and I'm still trying to vet it for more information. Thanks, everybody.